Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host Mukluk. Today, we are finally getting to continue with more Rogue Trader. Just because of the schedule, the Christmas holiday made it to where we had to skip a few days of this, and I am eager to get back into it. Alright, let's see if we can remember where we left off last time. We had just landed on this planet, and we are checking out the situation and seeing what's going on. Phoebos 6 always was a penal world, but this, even the miscreants of this place, do not deserve such a fate. Good morning, Smashy. I see you. The dancing muck is so freaking cute. I agree with you, Grimortis. The man's body is frozen in an unnatural pose. The corpse's fingers are crooked and its teeth are bared in a ghastly grimace. The bodies have been twisted into a pose resembling a servile bow and bound with barbed wire. Ugh.
In this tapestry of
you can clearly see several thin cuts left by bladed weapons on the body. Hold on. What was over here? The broken, slashed, and gutted body is still covered with the shreds of a planetary warden uniform. And some loot, take that. The man clawed at his throat right before he died. The caustic ooze gives off a sickening vapor that eats away the lining of your nose and mouth, making your eyes water. Okay. This looks like a fight's about to break. Hi! Who are they if the Dark Ones found the governor at last? Who is this? Tazara, the tall, lithe Xenos, moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by your elucidator. Mekandis, Alith, what is this? Has one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon? The Xenos gives a quick look over her shoulder toward the platform where a few more silhouettes in tar black armor can be seen. Heinrichs narrows his eyes and gives the Xenos an appraising look. The Drukhari of this breed are known as Weeches, Muck von Luck. Weeches? They are experts at bloodletting in the arenas and on the battlefield. However, I am more intrigued in the ones skulking in shadows. Judging by their armor, they are high-ranking representatives of a cabal, a military clique from the Drukhari Demesne. It seems we have disrupted a vile performance for their distinguished guests. Let's go with this. By whose leave are you playing Lord on my world? The Xeno's eyes light up with interest. The monkey understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you a bout in the ring at most, without weapons and soon without your skin. The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they've seen a ghost. The eyes of some betray their fear, others glare with bestial hatred, and yet more look upon you with hope. Who are you? My name is known to everyone on this planet, Monkey. I am Tazara the... Obviously not, because I just asked you. I am Tazara the Deliverer. Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, and who finds new purpose for their existence in Kamarog's many arenas. Surely this is why you have come here, to fight for my ever-changing favor, and for the privilege of being the first to be chained. Address the fighters in the arena. How could you stoop to this? To killing one another for the amusement of the enemies of humanity? A hulking brute who can barely stand coughs up blood and wipes his lips. What was I supposed to lie down and die? The ones who survive the arena, the Xenos take them away. I saw humans boarding shuttles with my own eyes. They're going to take us away from here, you hear? This statement is false. You are supposed to furnish yourself with the means of respiratory protection and inflict maximum damage on the perpetrators before ceasing your vital functions. Oh my gosh. Scarred Gladiator. Yeah, who gives a shit about us convicts? The lanky buggers may keep me on a leash, but at least I'll be alive and not coughing up my lungs. How cruel you are to your unfortunate kin. These monkey have worked hard to entertain their elite audience. Each of them fights with a strength born of desperation, seeking to earn their place in my box of toys. There's always room for more. My toys do break so very easily. To be reduced to a Xenos plaything. A shameful fate for the scions of humankind. Abelard falls silent, shaking his head in dismay. I presume the toxic atmosphere is your doing? It could be, or perhaps my mere presence is enough to make base creatures like yourselves forget how to breathe. Tazara lets out a nasty chuckle. Are you really surprised by what happened? You wove the net right under your own feet. We merely knocked out the pin and drew it closed tight around you. A couple of volleys at the seals of the underground well, and the planet, the one you had turned inside out, did the rest. I hereby declare you a Category 3 blasphemer for tampering with the sacred production cycle of this world's extractiums. The drill on Pascal's mechadendrite springs to life with a howling screech. And your brethren finished what the planet had started. Oh, how they strived to please me and my entourage. How they slaughtered and tortured their own kin for mine and my sister's delight. How they decorated this little arena with still living monkey. Do you think all that you see before you is the work of our hands? Think again. Well, this was a penal colony, so it was like a prisoner revolution, probably, when they saw an opening. You ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bend the knee. You will pay for this. Am I not paying for our mischief already? Am I not saving the worthiest among your kin, gifting them the right to die for the delight of my brothers and sisters? What kind of abhorrent ingratitude is this? From the dusk behind Tazara comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidator to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience. Looks like the spectators grew bored when the performance hit a snag. Heinrichs reaches for his weapon. Tazara raises her blade and points at you. Tell the other monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule, and tell them to hold nothing back. Tonight they dance for Euramiris herself, the great archon of the Cabal and the Reaving Tempest. Persuasion check. Turn to the fighters in the arena. Do you truly wish to die at the Xenos' behest? If we join forces now, we can end this senseless carnage once and for all. Success. Exhausted and defeated faces trade worried glances. The hulking brute next to you hesitates, then spits and breaks into a grin. We're going to die anyway, might as well do it without the heretic's brand. Slay the beast! Tazara emits a furious scream and takes a step back, signaling to her companions.
Haha, let's see how to dismember you properly.
The sound of frightened
Alright,
prey.
quick save.
Tantalizing.
Alright, so... The yellow ones, wow. Dude, that persuasion check got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 allies? I would have been completely surrounded if I hadn't done that. Alright, so how many enemies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 5 witches and a Hecatrix. I don't know if these are actually hostile or if they're just watching. Not sure if Cassie is in range to attack. We're gonna find out. She is, okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Didn't say you were.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
I'll
around.
tear your heart out for this.
If I may.
Okay, now it's Cassia's turn for real. If she goes up there, can she still hit them? Yes, she can.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Alright, she did some damage to that fella. Let's see. Give
I am
Argenta
a
another
navigator,
turn.
not a servitor.
That would be 52% chance to hit. Actually, wait. Doesn't she have a 100% chance to hit with bolt weapons? That's sus.
Doubt is
22.
Let me
as the
educate you
Emperor
on the art
commands,
of
I
pain.
act. I'll do it.
Okay.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, his turn now. Alright, it's Inspire on
Genius
cast to
at
increase her
work.
damage.
21 months and I still find you
Let's
funny and
see.
entertaining, Mukluk.
Unleashed my fury.
Thank you, Winshark. I don't know if that's good taste or bad, but I'm glad you've got it.
I'm not accustomed to beauty demands.
Agony.
One down.
What a pleasure.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
A wicked thought.
Now this place.
Oh my god. They are wrecking these prisoners. Oh shoot. Mark just took a big hit.
Faith in my emperor.
Oh, that pierced through and got the other guy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I'll do it. As the emperor commands, I act.
Let's see.
My place is at the
Move
fort.
here. Wall of Rockery. Where are you in the story so far? Act 2 or 3? I think Act 2?
Indeed,
Rip.
it will be done.
Tried his taunt. A grenade.
You will pay for this in blood.
Okay.
Naturally.
Heal Muck. Do a buff. And...
Your last stroke of luck.
Everyone, step aside.
Siphon Life. Alright, Pascal's turn.
You call this a strike?
Does his machine hack thing do anything to these guys? It does not look like it.
Woe to you. You will pay for this in blood.
Okay.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Pop him.
If I may.
This is why I was chosen. Strife is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak.
And let's see, who else?
Me?
Give him a
If
buff.
you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered.
Oh, wow.
will
Alright,
tear
made her
your
hit her
heart out
teammate.
for this.
Hit really hard, too. Finest hour, give another ally an extra turn.
Another stroke of
Isn't
genius.
this a job for the serfs?
Your last stroke of luck.
Another face painted black. I am a navigator, not a
this a
servitor,
strike?
if I may.
What? There's still one left. I'm bored of this farce, Tazara. Who rules in this arena? You or the monkey? Archon Eurymus. Eurymerimrus. Drakon Marezhai. You know the danger of repeating this misunderstanding. Your orders are command. Archon Eurymus. Okay.
Me? Die with grace, at
This
least.
can't be over.
Alright, there's one left, but I don't have line of sight. Can I use this to
Isn't
move?
this a
Oh,
job for the
perfect.
serfs?
I was able to move them.
Woe to you.
Just cast killing 4 people in a row. No big deal. The surviving fighters turn their head toward you one after another. All eyes on the battlefield are glued to you. Iconoclast. Those who fought with me, get to the shuttle. As soon as we are away from here, I will give orders for the immediate evacuation of the remaining survivors. Found Mechanicus Creations. Alright. F5 to save. Let's see what we got. What is this? The body was partially flayed. In judging by the amount of blood, the victim was still alive when it happened. Oh god. Both because that's gross and because of surprise we have an eye for that. The man died clutching his intestines as they spilt from his stomach. Ugh.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
I'm not sure if Hecatrix is the name of that individual, or if it was the type of creature. The body is missing parts of its extremities. It was hacked to pieces with dozens of stripes.
What lies beyond?
Alright, I think I got everything. It's the class. They fled. Judging by the garb of these Xenos, they are not like the ones you killed before. Must have been their leaders.
One step at a time.
Okay. Seems like that's all I can do here. Ended up being kind of a one-room planet. A captain who calls himself the Master Inspector is in the market for human merchandise. This peculiar... Okay, I'll have to read that in a second. Phoebos 6 needs new convicts. Various dangerous literates and idle thinkers could supplement the workforce. Minus complacency, plus Drusians, plus plasteel and chemicals. Player character gains enemy of knowledge. Grants 5% damage against psychers and navigators. I'm not sure how good the -2 complacency is. Sure, let's do it. High factotum Janrus Danrock. I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Hectarchius of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. Immediately after the launch of the orbital Vox Spire, he entered the halls of recording and, having sat on the command throne, was granted a vision. For over 3 days, he preached about Saint Cognatius being reincarnated in a body made from the saint's own holy relics. This spiritual feat depleted Prelate Hectarchius' strength, and he peacefully departed for the Emperor's throne shortly after the sermon's conclusion. The Order elders believe this to be a sign that Saint Cognatius' relics currently stored on planets throughout the expanse must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate, under whose guidance it will be to undertake this holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Prioress Lugnalia, well known for her fervor, and the merciful Celar Tychon. The minority of the Order sees the Oikonomos Nigmus, a humble and reasonable man, as their prelate. Does Prelate Hectarchius' death not strike you as odd? I'm afraid it does not. The esteemed Hectarchius began his service as a battle missionary and has long grown weary of the peaceful life befitting a man of his status. He yearned for a worthy spiritual feat, and when presented with the chance to serve as the voice of a saint, he gave what little strength remained. When he died, he was exhausted but content. How does the Order intend to carry out this mission? The Conclave aims to procure all relics that once belonged to Saint Cognatius, all that can possibly be procured. Given that the saint is a legendary figure, many items in the Cronus Expanse have an alleged connection to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relic's owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how the Order of the Hammer is going to retrieve them depends on the identity of its next prelate. I wish to know more about the candidates. Prioress Lignalia was converted by Hectarchius on one of the heathen worlds. She then served as his bodyguard for many years and eventually became the protector of the Order's reliquary and the leader of its military branch. As for Brother Tychon, he is an aristocrat by birth, he had an excellent education, and could have lived in luxury had he not renounced secular life for the sake of ascetic vows. He's intelligent, thoughtful, well-read, and most important, genuinely merciful. Few things can be said about the Oikonomos Nigmas. He has never been famous for his prowess in battle or his sermons, but the monastery has never wanted for anything on his watch. He is a most reasonable and unobtrusive individual. Sounds like Lunalia is gonna go, like, pick fights with everybody. Good morning, Lord Captain. Hi, Bluebell. What will my companions say? I have sympathy for Prioress Lugnalia. Let her meet with Reverend Hieronymus and Footfall. Should he accept her as a worthy leader, we ought to support her. Brother Tychon. He and I have met back when he was called Tychon Drivestem. He wasn't a monk back then. He was a grandson and heir to Urban, governor of Dargonus. An honorable young man with a spark in his eyes. His ascension would mean much to the Drivestems. I believe they said Tychon was, like, a good guy. Abelard, see to it that House Drivestem thanks us for the assistance we provided to their kin. Will do. I bet Urban never thought the boy would be of any use to the family. Now we will have to endure a decade of him boasting about the Drivestem blood that always strives for great heights. Brother Tychon has been chosen as the prelate of the Order of the Hammer. Peaceful emissaries departed from Foulstone for many planets to form alliances and reinforce spiritual ties with the holders of St. Cognatius' relics. This diplomatic mission will undoubtedly require sizable financial support. Not for me. House Drivestem has been informed of the honor granted to their family and has humbly requested to cover all expenses related to Prelate Tychon's endeavors. Oh, nice. Like I said, not for me. Alright, so we got a fourth slot here. I just watched the E-Girls at Chill Short. I was wheezy for You're welcome. Don't meet the requirements for any of the other stuff except this. Janus, Colony Reward Trophies. Can't get anything else here. Dargonus. I can get something here. Let's see. The genetic purges will be stopped. This world needs working hands times people. It's so confusing sometimes. Like, this says provisions X3 and this says efficiency +2. Why do some of them say times and some of them say plus? Maybe this is permanent income and this is a one-time thing? I don't know. According to the new doctrine, the disenfranchised will be servitorized or disposed of through hazardous work. -2 people, +3 efficiency. Shield of the Emperor. Hey, what's up?
Computer.
Do you have a mess on the table right now? Okay.
I just finished brushing my teeth.
Okay. Did you feature it?
Hmm?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And also, I did have my breakfast.
Hey, door. Gabe. Alright, Shield of the Emperor. More and more ships arrive in orbit around Dargonus. The agreement with the Navy allows the deployment of a permanent dock for void ships and repositories. Blocks the project Filth of the Expanse. The Lord Captain's void ship gains +5% crit against pirates. Alright, so plus 5,000 RP, plus all colonies. Alright, what is Filth of the Expanse? Minus security, but plus lots of illegal things. Plus 20% scrap for winning space battles. Let's see, more and more ships arrive in orbit around Argonis. The reduction of duties and the reining in of customs will allow the black market to flourish, able to compete directly with Footfall. Get lots of interesting things, but then you get a, wait. The rogue trader's flagship is escorted by an armed frigate. What? That sounds amazing. Oh wait, no, we get the escort ship either way. Never mind. Alright, I'll do the one that has me less indebted to criminals. Okay. Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. Alright. Let's go back here. Okay, so I still need to go there. So, let's see, warp here. The vessel's confessors report discontent among the flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come. The thing that has the highest chance of success is coercion. Organize punitive processions against everyone faltering in their belief. Success. A resounding condemnation of weakness of spirit and body led to arbitrary reprisals against anyone who dared even mention the troubles hanging over the crew. With the permission of the confessors, the voidsmen took the task of bolstering morale into their own hands and successfully quelled rising panic. Because of the candles? The Lord Captain retires to his study to ponder what the future holds. A while later, his thoughts are interrupted by a timid knock on the door. Who do you think's knocking, chat? I'm hoping it's the navigator. If it's Abelard wanting a booty call, I'm gonna be like, no. Abelard, no. Oh, it's Uwe. Oh, it's the navigator's servant. The lady navigator's valet greets you with a deep bow and humbly delivers a tasteful scroll inviting you to a private meeting. What, you just assuming I'm gonna go? It just instantly yoinks. Oh, that's right, I gave her her own library, right? Well, there's a bed there. Is this her, wait, is this her, like, her room? Cassia is completely absorbed in admiring the shelves of her new personal library, which are all but buckling under the weight of gilded and leather-bound tomes. Upon noticing you, she smiles, barely able to stop herself from rushing to meet you. Muck von Luck, how? How did you procure all these works? By the throne, even your personal collection doesn't have them. I would have remembered. So many unexplored worlds and stories. Dozens of unstudied essays. You! I am utterly astounded. Thank you. I could not have dreamt of a better gift. Her ruby eyes demurely hide behind her lowered lashes. I was not certain if engaging in this long-forgotten noble ritual was prudent of me, and yet you did everything in accordance with the customs of etiquette. I must admit I rather enjoyed this game. I hope you did too. I've had enough of these games. Yo, he asked permission to hold her hand. What an absolute degenerate, chat. Hand holding in this economy? Oh my god. let's see. What would she... Oh my god. I have... Every time I've tried to flirt with her before now, I have failed. I've picked something she didn't like, chat. She is very particular. She wants to be wooed. And I'm trying to figure out what is the best option for that. Because we've obviously done something correct here. Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy! Hey, Tangerine. The symbolic gestures of the... Yeah, would you flirt with a man who talked like that? Of the nobility remain a mystery to me, but there's one thing I know for certain. I want to grow closer to you. A second later, an invisible force envelops you in a swirling torrent of emotions. Your heart skips every other beat, in time with the Lady Navigator's breathing. This is unhealthy. I'm having a heart attack. Get help. When Cassia's power recedes, the austere reserve on her face is replaced for a first time by passion. In her eyes, the curve of her lips, the slight tilt of her head. With a small nod and a smile on reddened lips, she holds out her hand, pale and trembling. Draw back. Squeeze the hand. Cover her hand with your own. Kiss her hand. I did not dare hope. Oh my gosh. Yo, oh, this freaking... She's so particular. Kiss the hand, cover the hand, or hold the hand. Or run away from the hand. So steamy for Wednesday? Yeah, hand holding. So steamy. Such steamy hand holding, Shinjin. Oh my gosh. Which one of you degenerates voted hand holding for Wednesday? I would go with 1 or 2 here, but then again, I'm single. I thought this was a PG stream. Tenderly squeeze her outstretched hand. At last, we have become a little bit closer. What was that 180 degree? Woo! When Cassia's cold, warm hand... Wait. Oh, when Cassia's cold hand warms in yours, she awkwardly retracts to it, trying not to prick you with her sharp claws. In that case, Lord Captain, what I mean to say is, your servants have done marvelously in their efforts to adopt these chambers to my needs and tastes. A meek smile touches her pale lips. If I may, I would like to retire after an arduous day, and you... We shall meet each other tomorrow. I don't know if I just screwed up or not. That was so abrupt. She's like, hey, finger guns, thanks for the books. Public hand-holding, what is this, 1852, right? There should be an option 5, hold her hand while saying you're now field trip buddies. Field trip buddies. Colony Dargonis has begun a new stage of development. Lord Captain, we've received a report from Dargonis. Some common folk from the ruined Scipione 84249 have succumbed to the heresy of defiance. Forming into Injun Vandal gangs, they now ride among the wasteland of the wasteland adapted cleaning Goliaths. They have declared themselves outside the law, raiding our hive's outskirts only to escape retribution in the toxic waste. Many of them did not want to obey you more than equitable decision to send them to the restoration site of Scipione, and thus they have fled the labor settlements, committing the heresy of disobedience. Rumor has it that the Brigadier clan in charge of the debris removal in the ruins of Scipione keep in contact. We could pass on your words to the renegades via the Brigadiers, or force them to disclose the locations of the rebels' nomadic camps. How did they survive in the wastelands, and why did they decline my rule? This is a rather uncomfortable way of life, your lordship. They must always be wary of acid rain and hurricanes, moving a decent distance from the hives if they do not plan on raiding at that moment. They get their food from the abandoned outposts, paying for it with the lives of those killed by autonomous security systems. Water and promethium are rationed very strictly. They live by marauding, an occasional hunt, and plundering, sometimes their own kin and sometimes the outskirts of the hives. They are a tribe of degenerates and, oh, they handhold too, and barbarians that is rapidly developing by own clan culture. The civilized residents of the hives shoot the scum any chance they get. What is this Brigadier clan? This is a union of workers and the technomats that have been working on the lower levels of Scipione. Small-scale bosses of the watches and the shifts, useful common folk who have proved their worth with diligent labor and valuable knowledge. Of course, they stand much lower than the esteemed trader, let alone the aristocrats, but the common folk heed their kin, and the Brigadiers have both the authority and the ability to manage them. The Scipiones keep to themselves, but the Brigadiers have not shown any signs of disloyalty. They were the first to volunteer to return to the ruins of Scipione's 84249 and set up the debris removal project. They are certainly useful and are accustomed to praising the Emperor through their labor. Moreover, their grief at the loss of their home and their resilience with which they have accepted it made them to appear like heroes and martyrs in the eyes of other commoners. I wish to hear what my advisors have to say. If the engine vandals have managed to tame the ancient machine spirits, then that means that there are technomats or even tech priests among their ranks. That renders them negotiable. It would be efficient to utilize such renegades instead of disposing of them. A promise of reward for every piece of technology found in the wastelands of Dargonis and returned back to Dynasty will ensure their obedience and tractability. Groen says, hey Muck, watched your Baldur's Gate 3 review after I got the game, and boy, I'm massively struggling with combat. Had to swap down to exploration difficulty or whatever you call it to actually enjoy it. Am I missing something, or does the game require min-maxing to not die every single fight? No, I don't think it does. Groen, if you want, my entire playthrough, 2 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3 is on the Mukluk Plays channel. If you want to watch, like, just, you know, skim through the footage of the first few episodes to see how I do the fights, because without seeing what you're doing, I can't really tell you what's going wrong. I was playing on the highest difficulty, which, you know, I think since then they came out with the honor mode, but I was playing with the highest difficulty before then. And although I was, you know, making my character as strong as I possibly could, I don't know that I was min-maxing them to the maximum. So yeah, without seeing what you're doing, like, I don't know, like, you know, Flute Girl who made the Charisma Rogue so long ago, I don't know if you've done something crazy like that. Without seeing your characters, I'm not sure what you did. Continue. If you wish to exterminate them, Elan Talk, do not waste your time on hunting them down. Instead, deceive them into defeating each other with a prize, a weapon, or a trophy that they can fight for. After the Monkey are finished slicing each other up for the right to obtain it, your warriors shall finish the deed. This tactic proves itself to be very useful against your kind. Oh my god. The aristocrats of Dargonis despise them, but they are secretly afraid of them, correct? Renegades that can invoke such fear. I wonder if I had exiles like this on my home, would they have curbed the ambitions of my brothers and sisters? Would they have supported me in case of conflict? Oh, I'm scheming and conspiring right now, am I not? Bravo, Lady Cassia. Do not be ashamed of the unique abilities bestowed upon you by your heritage. They are your birthright. We shall follow your let's advice. Let us spread rumors about certain valuables in the possessions of the Vandals, and when they are done fighting amongst themselves, you shall conduct a raid and finish them off. It would be strange to teach you the methods we employ to fight against you. A rumor about a heavy weapons shipment getting lost somewhere between two hives has been spread among the Engine Vandals clans. A fight for the 7 armored trucks has broken out in the wastelands, rumored to have cargo that would provide enough firepower to break through the defenses of any hive. When the depleted winners had finally cut open the truck's lining, the only thing waiting for them was a squad of enforcers, enraged by 3 cycles of sitting in tight, dark spaces. The tribe's best warriors died in the slaughter. The survivors were taken in by the Brigadier clan. More workers are always needed for rubble removal. It will be years before the Engine Vandals' numbers replenish and they can pose the threat once again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Genetic Mercy. Gives you people, decree on diligence, minus complacency, people, efficiency. Doctrine of rationality, it's efficiency. Profits for water. Granting the right to unite into guilds that will cause an explosive growth of industry will turn the lead into will in turn lead to the dehydration of the planet's surface. Replenishing. It's like we keep getting more grenades. Block Season of Wars. Okay. This one gives boots. Imperial Navy, security, Season of Wars. Player character gains the Bloody Underhive Leader. All allies gain melee damage and 20% boost to attacks opportunities. This is interesting. Replenishing grenades? I'm assuming that means that they just keep coming back. Let's try that. Alright, Vibos. Lord Captain, disturbing report has come from the quarries of Phoebos 6. The slave laborers have lost their minds. They forget how to use their tools, they huddle together and continue to stare aimlessly into space, and even under the lashes of whips, ruining the mining deadlines. Some people get obsessed with using their nails to claw out the blasphemous symbols on the tools, on machines, and even on their own bodies. The most mad have painted the walls of several mines from floor to ceiling with the symbols that have gone off the deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. The wardens consider it a performance to divert attention away from the escapees and an impending rebellion. What are these symbols being scratched out by the slaves? It's hard to give these drawings any sort of intelligible definition, unnaturally round circles connected by lines. These lines are interrupted by a group of dots. The patterns can sometimes follow some sort of logic and can sometimes be unique. I can provide pics of them. After examining a pic, you realize the symbols are connected through a strange logical sequence. Let's see. Hold on, looking over chat again. I rarely use consumable items. That might be the start. I play very vanilla, barely any comboing. My problem with consumable items and comboing is that I simply do not have intuitive understanding of the game yet. It's one of the those people who hoard consumables in every RPG I play. I don't think you have to use many consumables, especially if you're not playing on like tactician mode. Like everything still feels overwhelming and confusing as it's normal. Does it get better over time? I mean, I do think that you do learn the game better over time, because, you know, by the end of it, I had, like, 50 different skills, but, you know, at the beginning, I have just, like, a few. But as far as, like, how you're comboing, when you say comboing, I'm not even sure what you mean by comboing. Like, you know, oil plus fire? Like that? Or, like, water plus electric? Like, there's certain things that can go together, but there's not like a combo system like in Guild Wars 2, for example. Again, just because I don't know what you're doing, I don't know what you're doing that could be considered to be wrong. I heard in your review you could enlarge a bear and eat them at an enemy. Yeah, so someone figured out that if you drop from a high place, the distance you drop is multiplied by your character's size, and that determines how much damage it does to the person on the ground. So someone found out if you stack a bunch of boxes and someone gets on top and shapeshifts into a bear and then jumps off the boxes onto a boss, you can one-shot the boss. That's just something one guy figured out, which is insane. I never figured that out. I mean, that's more, I would say that's like a
come on and slam and
clever
welcome to
use
Japan,
of game
kids.
mechanics.
It's time for tentacles.
Clever use of game mechanics. Hey, Mug Chad. Hey, Fox and Ad. How you doing? After examining the pic, you realize that the symbols are connected through a strange logical sequence. What do... well, hang on a sec. We should investigate this anomaly. I feel something is wrong here. I will immediately pass your orders to Phoebos 6. Sadly, there were not many labor camp wardens who possessed some sort of learned wisdom. Most of the strange prisoners have been simply beaten to death during the interrogations. But one of the wardens who possessed a gift for the artistic did notice something. The drawing of the prisoners have been too systematic. They cannot simply be gibberish. The sets of repeating elements of the dashes and dots are far too similar. But if indeed it was a secret language, then judging by its complexity and the impossibility of decoding it, the language was definitely not created by a convict. Okay. Let's see. Dreamless. The convicts will be of much greater use if they are kept from sleeping by employing a small augmentation. Oh my god. There's a rumor that there are several warp guides among the convicts, unsanctioned semblances of navigators. It may be worth it to hunt them down and press them into service. +2 security. Ergonomics. Absolute efficiency. The mining complexes are getting crowded. Individual pods and tranquilizers for the convicts could solve the problem. Blocks Envirodome. Need mechanisms and adamantine. Yeah, we'll get that for now. Trophies, Wasteland Twister. Which was the one that gave me the extra ship? Do I have that? Did it finish? I think that's that one. Okay. Let's see. I'll have to give your playthrough review then, see how you handle it. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff I'm missing. Thanks a bunch for your legend helping as always. You're very welcome. But yeah, I would say, you know, just skim through it, look for combats, see what I'm doing, and see if there's anything obviously different from yours. If we're doing the same thing in combat, it could be how the character is built. I don't think I was doing any crazy min-maxing. It's just like on a fighter character, I was putting a lot of points into strength. On an archer, I was putting a lot of points into dex. You know, just the normal stat to build for that character. But yeah. Okay, visit. I don't think I've checked this one out yet. Not explored. Okay, yeah, we have not been here. Scan. Nothing. Bones in the desert. After analyzing the auger data, the officers were surprised to discover that the planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turn the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was the skeletal remains of colossal oceanic organisms, some large enough to be seen from orbit. What? Life is fragile, even for creatures this enormous. Okay. $50 XP. Wow. It's all solar system. There are sects in the Imperial cult whose adherents believe transgressors will be punished after death on burning planets. This world could serve as one such purgatory. Creepy. Alright, nothing crazy in this area, apparently. Okay. Lord Captain, our astropaths received a message from Achilles Scalander on Dargonas. He closely studied the data from the incursion on Phobos 6, including the mention of the Xenos leaders. He promised to direct the efforts of his aides to identify the enemies of humanity so their location can be determined. Master Scalander is also reporting that Drukhari are getting ready for more attacks on your territory. Information from his aides continues to arrive, and Achilles will personally report to you the moment the target for the upcoming raid becomes clear. The Drukhari excel at catching their opponents off guard, and there will be little time to mount a response. According to Master Scalander, your personal participation in the defense will be the best strategy given the circumstances. So the target for the raid has not become clear. Blades in the Void. Okay, undetermined. Alright. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Raybor. The crew is grumbling again, but they have a right reason this time. Our analytics systems have actually gone bonkers. The Red Robes, the tech priests, are blaming the anger of the machine spirits. Allegedly, this is how they profess their displeasure at the crew not being worshipful. We've largely managed to stabilize the output of the augurs and auspices throughout the ship, but you should know there is something awfully sketchy about the machines these days. I can confirm, Lord Captain, the vessel's analytics systems were behaving incorrectly for a time. The cogitators could not produce statistical data and displayed meaningless numeric combinations instead. The augurs failed to correctly analyze matter and mistook solids for liquids and vice versa. Thanks to the tech priest's efforts, standard operation of the ship's mechanisms has been restored. I'm still registering sporadic reports of similar malfunctions, but we should now be able to handle them. Hi, Brands. How you doing? Google says you can uncheck the box below the list of quests that can remove all quests that are completed. Oh, that would be good. Oh, that's way better. Thank you. Oh, I didn't hit show new routes. Ah, I needed to do that. Alright, where am I? Starship routes. Somebody noticed me. I see you! Scan. Loot! The augurs have detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of the wreckage remains unclear. Look for the source of the... pick up pieces of the wreckage first. Some of the wreckage is made out of plasteel, the rest unknown material. Studying the fragments further is nigh impossible due to severe corrosive damage. The non-metallic fragments also bear burn marks. Look for the source of the wreckage. The augur crew reports it has registered no evidence of a disaster that could have produced such debris. Continue. Scan. Plasteel. I do not have any more extractiums. There's plasteel I need the least right now anyway. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur data suggests it's some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they are headed for a deadly trap or even come here to die on purpose. Medicae, study the gas. Fail. Attempts to study the gas resulted in numerous cases of poisoning. Thankfully, none fatal. Nice. Good job. Jack says, do I need to play any other Warhammer games to enjoy this one? I just saw the Outcat Games made this one and I really like PWOTR. Jack, no, you do not. However, if you have never, if you don't know anything about the Warhammer universe, there is some excellent YouTube videos that give like a brief rundown of like how the universe operates. that, you know, can, I think, in my opinion, increase your enjoyment of how the universe is. There are lots of tooltips of things where, you know, you don't know what something is, but, you know, it's highlighted and you can just mouse over it and read, and it'll be like, oh, this is referring to such and such planet or whatever. Chart system. Okay, visit. Scan planet. Ruins. Oh, it's a mission. Okay, let's do it. I'm all for extensive lore, I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Sure.
So is this game like Guild Wars 2, but it's not an MMO and in a different universe also a different game?
Exactly, Tellius, you nailed it. There's actually, hold on a sec, Warhammer 40k lore video. Let's see if I can find it. There is a... Where is it? There is a really good
Still
video.
supporting your ramen addiction.
Thank you.
As someone who doesn't necessarily serve 9 of the 18
okay, this guy,
half of his Primarchs directly to Earth to fight down.
This guy, Bricky. These videos I watched to get an understanding of kind of how the Warhammer 40k universe works. They are long. I mean, each one's like an hour, but he's very good at explaining what's going on.
Space Marines are
so I strongly, if you're okay with a video of that length, there's this one, and then there's like a part 2 right there. They gave a lot of information, and since watching that, I have played like 5 different Warhammer games, but I've got a much better understanding of how the whole universe works. All right, quick save. Let's see what this is. These ruins are emitting faint psi energies. However, it does not pose a direct threat for now, but I advise we do not linger here. It's a demolition option.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Let us see what I found.
The remains of unknown structures are haphazardly strewn about the plateau. Cracked Xeno chest.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Athletics. Alright, we'll take a look at that in a second. Quick save in case something crazy happens on the other side. Does this just jump through the window?
Who thought that was a good idea?
He got injured, but he's fine. Oh my gosh, what is this?
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
This human skeleton is curled up in an unnatural position. It is inside a void suit with a hole burned right through it. Someone has carved a strange pattern on the floor. As you look at the lines, a fog descends on your mind. Uncover the pattern. A single look at the strange pattern is enough to send your mind reeling. Quick save. Activate the pedestal. Lore warp. Ow!
Setback.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Redirect the energy beam. What the heck? Warp apparition. Oh, wait. Okay, are we trying to draw these?
They will see. Oh yes, they all
I
will
don't see how it's
see.
possible to draw either of these. Well, actually, hang on. It seems the pattern no longer works. Alright, so that is supposed to be that one. It says no longer works. I wonder if that's what killed that guy. So then there's this one. So it'll be there. And then it needs to go there. And then that needs to go here. Needs to go down there. I don't like that we all have an injury right now. Look in the jaws. Open the chest. Ancient Force Sword. Does additional psi rating damage. Okay.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Alright. I guess that was it. This feels like heresy. I mean, only if you're looking. Why can't I leave? Alright, quick save. I didn't want... Demolition chance wasn't great, so I didn't want to do that.
The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
The shockwave hits you instead of the blockage. Nice job.
Never doubt me.
There we go.
There will be no peace in my wake.
I'm not sure if that was a useful use of resources. It's not committing heresy, so we're screwed regardless. Oh, okay. Unknown ships. Lord Captain, there's been a tragedy on Dargonas. Governor Drivestem has been dedicating most of his time to restoring the astropathic choir lost to the warp storms, but the psychers he reassembled were struck by an unknown assault. They heard something, and it has cast them into madness. The astropaths have lost sleep, clawed at the skin of their flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they have gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are upholding the connection to Dargonas, but how long will they last? What is the cause of this affliction? Who knows? The schemes of heretics from the cult of the Final Dawn? The treacherous magic of Xenos? Perhaps it was a planned diversion? Or maybe it was a random echo in the Immaterium? Where did the former astropaths come from? Can we get more of them? I have received complaints that Governor Drivestem has devastated the minor astropathic choirs of the Protectorate. He's scaled them down by almost half through blatant abuse of his authority. To take more people from these choirs would mean depriving ourselves of the connections from other worlds. We could try to hire sanctioned psychers from other domains, but they will few as the road to the Imperium is perilous. We could try getting by with the resources that are already available to us, seek out the unsanctioned astropaths who train those psi-active citizens of the Protectorate displaying promise, a most regrettable violation of his laws caused by our grave situation. Hire sanctioned astropaths for any price. We need them. It will be a heavy blow to our vault, your lordship, but we will manage. Profit factor lost 1. Oh god. A ship carrying 24 astropaths soon arrived on Dargonas. They have descended the surface covered head to toe in protective amulets as if going to war. The news of the tragedy that befell the previous choir quickly spread throughout the expanse. These were hardened veterans, willing to risk their lives in exchange for the obscenely huge rewards promised to their loved ones and masters. The tragic pestilence of the astropaths has not appeared again, but all of them have reported hearing strange whispers ever since their first day on the planet. Okay. Doctrine of Rationality. The disenfranchised will be servitorized or disposed of through hazardous work. Okay. Let's see, what was that? I didn't even remember getting this. Harold Servo's skull. Dude, it has like pompous hair and like a doot horn. The Servo skull is designed to spread glory and splendor of its mighty master. I remember when that started following me, I thought that was just like something related to that world. I didn't realize that was like a permanent thing. Let's see. Lightning staff. Manufactured sword. Alright, so I think it might replenish my grenades now when I use them, but I'm not sure. Alright, I'll try that out. Quick save. Enemy ships up there. Begin scan. Adamantine. This lone mountain chain is composed entirely of a mineral with a shiny mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear and starry nights or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Grant shore leave. The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterward. Lady Cassio spent a great deal of time in the Mirror Mountains. One cannot say whether it was in awe or contemplation. Upon return to the ship, she spent several days in her quarters in front of her easel, but the canvas remained unmarked. Okay. And I don't have an extractium for the adamantium. I have so much plasteel. At some point, I might have to go back to previous worlds I put mines on that are getting plasteel and remove those. And then put those in like this other location. Completed warp guides. Okay, so I should have the second ship now. Let's see, ergonomics, absolute efficiency. Dreamless. Alright, quick save, because the ship battles is probably my weakest part in this game. As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha Lebouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. You're in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride. Flee through the warp. Inform the pirates that dare. Okay, coercion 49%, persuasion 44, attack first. Groen says, I took a look at your VODs for BG3, and nice to know I'm not the only one who was super confused about the game starting out. First fight against humans, the first action, you're already confused. This brings me comfort. Yeah, man, you're not alone. But yeah, if you want to see me with a better idea of what I'm doing, just fast forward a bit, or look at the second playthrough, where the evil playthrough was the second one. Attack the nameless ship first to gain the upper hand. Does that just mean I get to go first? I wonder if I control my escort ship or if it operates on its own. We'll find out in a second. This will be the first fight where it's there.
Hold fast. Our faith will be tested.
Sword class frigate. Oh wow, is there 4 enemies?
Sail upon the seas of void.
Mezzolance.
Unleash our fury. Engage the
Gun
lance.
opening! Our gun batteries await your command!
Launch the devastating payload. Initiate battle cannon barrage.
There's no way I can get in range of that one, it seems.
Set course.
Reinforce the rear shields. My escort ship! Looks like it operates on its own.
Unleash our fury.
Dude, what the heck? It didn't. It said it was gonna turn in such a way that it could hit this. I'm very upset about that. It lied to me.
Strike them now!
Right now, our escort is performing as a great distraction that I can't do anything with.
Unleash our fury. Lance.
Outstanding.
Commence torpedo launch. Let the macro cannons sing their twisted song.
Shield to right. To be honest, Mech, I used it as a bullet sponge. Does the escort ship respawn each fight? Or is it gone now until I, like, rebuild it or something? It does respawn? Okay.
Engage the lance. Lance.
It's permanent? Okay, cool.
Engage the lance. Unleash our fury. Launch the devastating payload.
Flashbacks to War Flash games.
of humanity.
Lance! Unleash our fury! Sail upon the seas of void. The destination is known. Sail upon the seas
All I have to
of
do
void.
is just kite this torpedo until it times out. And there.
Our technological superiority was obvious.
Nice. Still feel like we lost a turn at the beginning because that weird thing, but... Groen says I skipped a few videos and those fights look rough. I think I'll stay with exploration now. It fits me the most. I play games for fun, not have an aneurysm. That's fine. Do what makes you happy, man. There were some spells I remember in that game that were like... How can I explain this? It felt like the spells were really big value. Like the druid had a spell that summoned like a moonbeam. It was like a focused laser from the moon, and it did damage every turn. So one spell slot, but for the next 10 turns, that beam was cooking whatever was under it, and you could use an action to move the beam. So it was really, really efficient. Like you could have it cooking enemies for the entire fight and just use one spell slot per fight. And then Cleric had one that was like Spirit Guardians, which did the same thing, but it was like a swirling blender around the Cleric. But every turn, it automatically damaged everything near the Cleric. So my second playthrough, I had a tanky Cleric that would just run into the enemy and just use that, and then it would just keep going. One spell slot, the whole fight. Magic Missiles, my beloved. Yeah, Magic Missiles are great. The Moonbeam I liked because it was basically like almost Magic Missile damage for every turn for 10 turns for one cast. Okay, Void Ship Management. Can upgrade hull. Upgrade RAM. I certainly don't use this much. Nah, I'll just wait. Oh, hold on. Oh, it leveled up. Your next shot gets +2 range. Sure. Ultimate post abilities. Boarding party. Launch a boarding party to infiltrate enemy ship, starting internal fires and possibly causing engine damage that cripples the ship for 1 round. All hands on deck. Flagship's torpedo tubes are loaded with 3 torpedo salvos instead of 1. At the end of each turn, the most damaged sector of the flagship shields restores up to 50% of its strength. Wow. That sounds really good. Maximum overdrive. Until the end of combat, the flagship's speed is increased by 2 and its maneuverability increased by 1. Its bonus damage dealt to Void Ship Ram based on the distance travel is increased by 100%. Imperium Storm. Flagship makes 7 attacks, each of which target a random enemy in an 8-cell range and do warp damage. Can be used once per round. Dude, this is insane. The flagship's augers can scan the area for favorable tactical positions. When the flagship is in such a position, evasion is increased by 35%. 7 attacks. Empyrean Storm. Let's try that. Ultimate abilities. Your ship now has access to an ultimate ability. It can drastically change the tide of battle. Try using your ultimate ability and see for yourself. Note that you can only use 1 ultimate ability per combat. Ultimate abilities are so powerful they take a significantly longer time to recharge. When using ultimates, be aware that they may still be on cooldown the next time you enter battle. Oh my god. The ship's ultimate cooldown bar gradually fills up with each of your turns in combat, at the end of each battle, and as a result of certain events during space exploration. Okay. Let's see, already explored and already explored. Do you have any experience with BG3 in a multiplayer setting? No. I played Divinity Original Sin 2 in a multiplayer game once, and I hated waiting on other players to take their turns. So I did not do that in in BG3. Lord Captain, we received an astropathic message from Dargonis. Achilles Scalander reports a Xenos raid against a merchant ship in the silence of Segret. The coordinates of a hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subjects and fight back against Xenos personally, we must hurry. It is unlikely that a merchant ship will be able to resist the enemies of humanity for long. So, wait, what? Where do I go? Arrive in time to help the void ship. Attack in the silence of Segret. Chart new routes. Okay. Silence of Segret. Okay, right there. So I can chart a course straight there that would be a deadly course, or do 2 movements. So I'm gonna do a quick save and see if I can do 2 movements and get there in time. Since the very start of the warp jump, rumors of ill omens have been widespread among the Voidsmen. Sudden deaths among the crew, ravaged corpses, jagged shadows lurking behind the bulkheads. A Terran day later, the mystery unraveled itself in a most heinous manner, an attempt on the rogue trader's life. The question of how the Drakari Xenos came to be aboard the ship will have to be pondered some other time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life. Awesome. Is this another thing where I wake up in the bedroom and I'm surrounded? Because that was awful. Like, random question, have you ever tried Yerba Map? No. That's fair. I'm thinking of playing BG3 with a friend in multiplayer, then have a DD fan, so I think it might be with more enjoyable time with them and their experience. Oh yeah, so growing, just to be clear on what I said, like with the right people, yeah, it's fun. Like even games that aren't fun, which I'm not talking about BG3 here, are fun with the right people. I just am an impatient person when it comes to that. That's just a me thing.
What lies beyond?
I would like to level up soon.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
There's some enemies up there.
Duty prevails.
Over there!
Another annoyance.
Brace yourself.
Couldn't deal with the cover beforehand. Alright, put Abelard there. Try that. Mug, are you considering against this storm? Yes, I actually contacted the company to see if they wanted to do any work together. And if they say no, I honestly, between me and you, I'm gonna buy it and play it anyway because it looks fun. But I'm waiting to hear back from them first.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh crap, she doesn't have line of sight from down there? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Well, that is a waste. Oh, I was able to pull one of them out of his spot.
Tried and tested.
We found a bomb!
I will do my duty.
Abelard is a little surrounded. But just a little.
I will pay this battlefield in righteous fury. You, my emperor! I'll do it. without deeds is worthless.
For the throne's glory. More trouble than it's worth.
I
need a foothold.
Heal Weekend on those guys.
Lord Captain.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Oh, we get to use the plasma gun for the first time. All right, so hold on. So that's single target. It has an AOE. What's this one? Just extra damage to one target. Cool. Hack their weapons.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
She doesn't have line of sight of that from here? Okay, tell you what, let's give Pascal an extra turn then. He can do that again.
My vow is to serve.
I don't know if she can disarm those. Let's try.
I've read
Hey,
about
nice.
this. Step aside.
She's not my
The
usual
navigator
disarming
is
person.
coming.
Through the smoke and gunfire.
Hey, level up, nice. Let's see, Muck got... Okay, you can do the heroic thing now. I really hope she has line of sight, or this is gonna be stupid. Oh my god.
Me?
So it keeps saying crack a grenade. I guess like they're holding bombs, and when she hits them, they go off.
I'm afraid not. If I may.
What if a genius?
Crack grenades are like the anti-tank grenades. Yeah, I was introduced in the crack grenades from Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, and it basically you would use it to armor shred an enemy. So it's like you would use that and it would lower their armor, and then the follow-up hits you would do more damage.
Victory is imminent. Indeed. It will be done.
Oh, there's more.
Guided by fate. I'll do it. You, my Emperor.
The Emperor is on our side. Naturally.
%. Is it still a percentage chance of its AoE? Okay, I'm gonna test this, so we'll see. Okay, they can still avoid it. I wasn't sure if it, since it was an AoE, if maybe it would guaranteed hit, but that is not the case.
Running by Narek override.
Emperor, Give me strength. Isn't this a job for the
Navigator too strong.
Schemes within their schemes.
I've suffered.
Wait, who just got hit? Oh, Baldur did.
Follow my lead. At your beck and call.
As the Emperor... Doubt is still my Emperor!
Re-educate you.
For the throne's glory.
Can he reach from here? No.
I'll put my psychic ability.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, he knocked someone else down. Heroic Siphon Life. Sure. I think that ends the fight. It always confuses me why when he's doing that staff Siphon Life attack, it has a percentage chance to hit, because it always hits. I've never seen it not hit. I think just because it's like a spell, it always connects. But it has like a, 13% chance to hit, and then it just always does.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
The Emperor favors me this day.
Alright, Abelard is injured.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis. And weigh
Alright, he got rid of one injury.
Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Alright. I've been looking forward to this. Regeneration. Alright, this has been my goal for a while. Until the end of combat, the target will recover health at the beginning of every turn, and also remove a toxin, stunned, immobilized, bleeding, blinded, staggered, or fatigued. If the target has several effects, this removes one randomly. That has been my goal for a while. Let's see. We've only got Wall of Rockreed. Probably defensive stance. And choose one of these. He's my highest Medicaid person. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, Cull the Bold. Let's see. Piercing shot. The next attack that hits a target marked as prey is always a critical. Sure. Glimpse of Fate. Target gains Navigator bonus, increase hit chance on the next attack, dodge on the next dodge, and resistance on the next thing. Each of these disappear independently from each other after being successfully applied. Reveal the Light. Target gains bonus to willpower and toughness until the end of combat. That's cool. Immolate the Soul. Deals damage to all targets in line and inflicts soul burn. Soul burn. Target suffers number damage at the start of their turn. At the end of their turn, they must pass a willpower test to remove the flames. When burning, psychers suffer additional damage each time they use psychic powers. So this does 15 to 34. This is 3 plus 2 times willpower bonus. So 7. So 5 times 7, so 35. So there's a big old fire beam. Waking Nightmare. All enemies within a 4-cell radius suffer bonus to willpower and toughness until the end of combat. Warp Curse Unleash. Enemy becomes cursed till the end of combat. All incoming warp damage is increased. Point of Curiosity. All enemies in a 6-cell radius around the target point must pass a willpower test or immediately move towards that point. So it's like Notch of Purpose, but AoE. Spot of Apathy. Navigator creates a circle within a 3-cell radius. Any creature that is inside it enters it or ends a turn inside it, not under the effect of apathy, Makes a test. If they fail, they get apathy. Apathy, they're immobilized. Zone of fear. Touch of anger. Finish the job. Giving an ally a bonus until the end of combat seems pretty good. The fire beam seems pretty nice also. It's 2 AP for that though. I'll do Reveal the Light. Permanent buff on teammates until the end of a fight seems nice. Let's see. It's got to be tech use for this guy. He's our #1 tech person. Already have that. See, Elusive Shadow. For 1 round, the assassin becomes the lowest priority target for enemy attacks and gains elusive. You can move through enemies, gain some bonuses. Poised to strike. Makes an enemy suffer armor until the end of the assassin's turn. Dance Macabre. Assassin dashes in a straight line, suffering damage attacks opportunity against the enemies. If the assassin hasn't dashed through any enemies, they end their turn to cover. Doesn't stack with itself. Killing Edge. Assassin attacks and grants plus 40% dodge to the target for this attack. If the attack hits, it deals an additional lethality damage. If the attack is an opening, the optional damage is increased by lethality. Guess we'll get this just for the movement skill. I don't really love any of those. Okay, this guy. He could also get regen. I don't know that I had 2 of them. Warp speed. Until the end of combat, the target ally increases their movement and agility and action points by 1. That's really good. Let's see, pyromancy, telepathy, divination, shield of the emperor. Purge soul does damage, does direct damage. This damage is increased by 50% against Xenos, 100% against Chaos Worshippers and Drakari, and 150% against demons, and by 50% if the enemy has already damaged the Psyker or any of the Psyker's allies this combat. These damage bonuses affect any damage bonuses from other sources. Purge the soul, so it's just big direct damage. Follow my lead. Until the start of the next turn, the Vanguard gains bonus damage and armor pen against enemies in a set radius around the Vanguard. Warp speed sounds really cool. And pick something here. Carouse, coercion, athletics, persuasion, commerce, Lore Imperium, Lore Xenos. His Lore Xenos is really high. Go all in on that.
They will see. Oh yes, indeed.
Really hoping we get to that location in time that I'm trying to get to help him with a ship, because this interrupted that, and if I don't get there in time, I'd have to reload. Well, wouldn't have to, but I'd like to. Oh, I thought we could only hold 3 of this. Interesting. I just saw 4 for a second. I was thinking 3 was the max. I don't know how many Navigator's Insights you can hold. Drakari void ships. Seems like I got here in time. A quick save. Oh. Yes, repair. The ship was damaged from that Mutiny Monday the ship had earlier. You can hold a lot? Man, I don't know where I got the idea that I could only have 3. I kept, anytime I got the 3, I was using at least 1, just to try to not be at cap.
This hallowed vessel's bulkheads will hold strong.
Okay, is that the ship I'm trying to keep alive? Immortality denied destroyer. Lost hatred frigates. Oh, there's 5 enemy ships. Alright.
Lads! Unleash our fury!
It's at 1 HP, or it has a passive that's helping with that. I'm not sure
Torpedo
which.
launch!
Let's reinforce the forward shields. How do I use the new super move? Oh, there it is. Empyrean Storm. Okay. That was a lot of shots. No! Bro, he did that on turn 1. Am I penalized for that? Like, what am I supposed to do about that? Torpedo, oh my god, this is dumb.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons! Engage the lads! The destination is known. Lads!
We are exposed.
That was my reinforced forward shield, and the whole thing's been destroyed. That's bad.
A breach in the enemy.
He has so many shots. Oh, chain explosion.
I have missed this feeling.
Alright. Am I punished for losing that ship? Dude, that sucks at that. We lost the allied ship turn 1. A new message from Master Scalander Lord Captain. This time he is not reporting yet another attack, but the alleged location of one of the Xenos leaders. Achilles' aides have reported that said leader will be heading on attack on the Paradise world Grantis. There's one catch. The planet belongs to Caligos Winterskill, another rogue trader. Master Scalander noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an incursion into someone else's territory. The governor of Grantis will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins, and if your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Okay. Repair the hull. Alright, quick save. We did save the world. Prometheum, Phlogiston. Okay. Has reported an attack on a world belonging to the Winterscale dynasty. Heading the raid apparently is the Xenos leaders who's been harrying on. Which system is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Alright, quick save. I'm gonna try to boop, boop, boop over there. See what happens. Has Muk tried Backpack Hero? I have not, no. Did play God of Weapons. Call for help has pierced the tranquility of an uneventful warp flight. Something sinister is afoot in one of the storage decks. 2 squads have already been sent to investigate, both of them gone missing. Alas, the only way to learn of their fate is a personal visit by the rogue trader and his retinue. Muk, have you just tried just jumping across open warp? You can do that, but it makes a red, highly dangerous path, and I was scared of what might that do.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
That's a lot of dead people. Are those demons?
Give me the power to eradicate thy enemies.
Let's see.
I'm curious. So let's say I'm gonna blast this guy. 17 to 22 damage. What if I buff myself with Reveal the Light?
Not a servitor.
23 to 28. Okay, so it's worth doing that on all my casters.
Me? Insist, Lord Captain.
Damage to Volk.
Just a minor setback.
As the Emperor commands, I am. Why I was chosen. I'll do it. My Emperor. As the Emperor is why I was chosen.
Till the end of combat, target ally gets more AP. Gas.
Let's see to it.
The only side known Request approved.
You got knocked down.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around, if I may. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
What? Oh, what? Plague, yo, they got zombies now.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Make him try to hit his friends. Let's see.
I will do my
Defensive stance.
At your beck and
Taunt.
Indeed.
Rockery. Regen on Pascal.
What if?
more undead back there. I didn't see them. Hey, defensive stance hit.
I'll do it. Doubt none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, this guy's got health back. What?
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Does she already have haste? Yes, she does.
I won't
go to Argento. Let's see. No, miss.
Spiritual prognosis is
Me? As duty demands. If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Ah, resisted. Taunts. Does defensive stance last forever, or is it just one turn? Looks like it's just one turn. Okay, that's fair. Does anyone else need healing? He could use some regeneration on him. Buff cast. Get rid of him. Let's see.
Rejoice in battle.
Hunt
This is
prey. Oh,
unacceptable.
we've already got hunt prey on that.
As being investigated. Doubt is the weak.
Naturally.
Give him haste. A little worried about the warp buildup right now, so I'm gonna pass the rest of his turn for that reason. Finish off the Plague Bearer. Looks like that poisoned Abelard. And that made more mobs around the room also. Okay, I'm gonna do something tricky here. Give a turn to Monk.
If you insist,
Monk,
Lord Captain.
use heroic action finest hour back on pass. And now,
I'm not accustomed.
kill that. 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 Is that everything in line of sight? I don't think I have a line of sight of any other things that need killing.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let's see. We'll just intern there.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me?
So those two. Toxin. I think the regeneration might have just removed that toxin.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory! I took care of this one.
That it?
I will do my duty.
Nope, there's another guy back here. Alright, Cass, give her a turn. Pop.
Duty demands.
Oh, there's another enemy over there.
Let's see.
Oh. Wait, did I miss these or did they just spawn?
I'll do it. You, my Emperor! That is not the Emperor's will.
Characters sure do have a lot of actions per turn. Well, so one of the things I'm using that I really like, anybody, is there's a class in the game called Officer, and the Officer basically excels in action economy. Like, he can use part of his turn to give someone else a turn. So he can be like, you open fire, and then they get another turn to attack. So it's
Faith
that kind of thing.
deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Uh-oh.
The body.
Let's see to it.
Advancing. Running binary override.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let's see. Dash there so he doesn't get hit, and then shoot.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
No one really needs a regen or anything. Alright. For another turn, pop that guy. There's a lot of undead.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Is that it? Okay. I was actually starting to wonder if I was doing anything wrong, or if it was literally just to kill lots of undead. I'm glad that it seems to be the latter. And we ended that with full health, too. That went really well for us.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Okay, take Coronis Expanse Mount. Really? It didn't open a path there. I'm actually shocked by that. Well, crap, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. Alright, quick save. This time, trouble came straight to the bridge. A Melodorous mist teeming with swaying nightmarish figures has rolled through the ventilation shafts into the command center. The officers are suffocating from the wave of corruption. There's no time to deliberate to battle. Alright.
Oh, what an amusing attempt at defiance.
Purge them.
The shape of our bridge is really bad for dealing with this. Let's do make that prey, and then activate guaranteed penetration round. What?
I refuse.
I'm so confused as to why that played out the way it did. I guess we had the 5% miss.
Down.
Plague Bearer. Let's see. Wait, this is the... Okay, it bugged a little. This is supposed to be the guaranteed first turn that Muck gets at the beginning, but it just didn't work out that way.
A wicked thought.
If I may. Isn't this a job duty demands?
Oh, when they kill crew members, they turn into more mobs. Huh. That lady hit as many friendlies as she did enemies there. Regeneration on Abelard. Bonus damage on Cass. And who gets an extra turn?
What if...
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Got that guy.
I won't object to it. But of course,
Word of the
Lord
Emperor.
Captain.
Buff on Abelard.
I won't object to it.
Alright, Abelard.
Victory
Taunt.
is imminent.
Defensive stance. Wall of Rockrate.
I took care of this one. Death to the heretic.
Let's see.
Me?
Alright, Heroic is available. So I'm gonna give Muck a turn, and then use him to cast Finest Hour back on Cass. And now she can go like 20 times.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright, 3 hits to kill that one. Alright. That's all she got.
Me. If you
And put a
insist,
buff on
Lord
Heinrichs.
Captain.
So she killed 3 hits to kill him, and then she killed like 4 or 5 other individuals. Throw regeneration on Heinrichs.
Do not dare ask.
This ability cannot be used again. What? She can't use Held in My Gaze again? She only fired it like 14 times.
That is foolishness.
Oh, I didn't even see that guy.
Too bad I'm still standing.
High momentum.
Alright,
I'll do
pray
it. As the
over
Emperor
penetration.
commands, I act.
Okay, that's how I expected it to work earlier.
None can escape.
Alright, I think the left side's clear.
Don't frighten me.
Computation failed.
Oh, I didn't see this guy.
The ultimate knows all. Comprehend.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Dude, these freaking officers on the bridge are hitting each other so much. This is why we keep y'all here.
What? Ha! No!
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
A genius. A predictable downfall.
Cast regen on this bridge officer.
Schemes within schemes.
What's the lore reason for the ghost shambling around? So there's okay. So in Warhammer 40k, there's this thing called the Warp. The Warp is the place where like all demons reside. It's basically hell, and there are people called psychers, and these people can channel the power of the Warp. And the problem, they're very powerful, but if they channel too much of it, it opens a rift to the Warp there, and like demons pour out. So psychers are sometimes put down because they're too dangerous if they can't learn how to control their power. Also, ships can basically use the Warp to fast travel. They can go into the Warp and then go like, let's say a mile, and then leave the Warp, and they'll have traveled like 200 miles. So we were traveling through the Warp in order to jump a very large distance, and demons attacked because we're basically using hell as a shortcut. That's the gist of it. But right now, this purple bar here is how high the warp is, and the higher it gets, the more weird things happen, like the room gets cold, or ghosts are visible, or people just slip and fall down, and it goes all the way up to like demons start spawning. And anytime I use a psyker power,
Step aside.
it gets worse.
Naturally.
My place is at the fort. At your beck and call. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Victory is imminent.
Abelard has been hit so many times by his teammates.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Okay. Loot. Imperial ships are meant to have a Geller field to stop warp while traveling through, though they famously fail a lot. Yes.
What lights? beyond.
Yeah, the Geller field is like a force field around the ship that is supposed to protect from
There will be
demons and
no
stuff getting
peace
in, but
my
they're not 100%. Now, in this video game that we're playing right now, what'll happen is you'll have like a route through the warp will say like either green or yellow or red, and the higher, you know, the yellow is worse than green, red is worse than yellow, chance for bad things to happen. Alright, so quick save. And visit this system. Unidentified Imperial Void Ship. Answer the call for help from Grantis. Oh. Repair ship. Scan planet. Celestial. You attack several times. Is your build powerful? Is game not too hard? I am... What difficulty am I playing the game on? I don't even remember. I think I'm playing... Yeah, I'm playing it on hard mode. So, okay, attacking many times. Each character gets one attack per round. But they've got a lot of skills. And, for example, the... what's her name? This lady, she's got a skill called a run and gun. And if she uses it, she gets one extra attack that round. So you'll see me... You know, it's her turn. She shoots. I use run and gun. She shoots again. And, you know, then this lady and this guy are both officers. They can give a turn to someone else. So, like, she could shoot, and then it's his turn, and then he could give her another turn, and she could shoot again. So, essentially, what I do is, like, I'll give... If I'm in a situation where I can shoot at enemies, I'll keep giving extra turns to the sniper. If I'm in a situation where they're in my face, I'll keep giving extra turns to the warrior. Stuff like that. So basically, this officer class is all about, you know, giving his turn to someone else who needs it more. And I love it. Absolutely love it. There's an unfair mode? Yeah. Unfair mode, let me see. So, this is hard mode right here. Unfair is... well, it's even worse. I mean, I didn't know what to expect from this game when I first started it, and I was like, okay, I've played games like this before. I'll play it on hard mode, but I did not know what unfair was gonna be like. It says not recommended for players not familiar with 40k Rogue Trader. Honestly, hard says that also, but you know, I was like, I've played Pathfinder, I'll be fine. And there was a steep learning curve, specifically level 4, because there was like 100 talents to choose at level 4. And from that point on, I was like, oh my god. An unknown ship hails you as soon as you're in detection range. The ship, the Scarlet Pursuer, helmed by Captain Namir Shani, has Footfall listed as its home port. The message hints transparently at a connection with the Casballica mission. The Voxmaster adds that the captain has a proposal for you. Listen. The ship lets you know that they will readily reward you for any information about burning worlds in the Coronis Expanse. Ask why you're looking for burning worlds. The reply is as courteous as it is vague. The captain cites a scholarly curiosity in his understudied type of the world. Upon hearing the message, Magos Pascal expresses a keen interest in burning worlds and asks the Lord Captain to take the issue into consideration. Share the information you have on burning worlds. They're literally just worlds that are all on fire. I don't know what they're gonna do there. With effusive gratitude, the ship sends out a shuttle with the promised reward. You gain 150 reputation with Casballica mission. You receive the Scarlet Pursuer's projected itinerary, information on systems in which you can find it later. The captain looks forward to meeting you again and acquiring information on burning worlds should you possess it. You received 30 empty soul traps. Okay. Scan. Do you know how many times this world has been traded back and forth between the Von Valancius and Winterscale dynasties? Senseless waste of thrones, if you ask me. Requires mining. I don't have a mining apparatus. Governor's camp. Okay. The game is very complex. It's very easy to make a bad build, but you can make some very nice builds. Yeah, and I'm certain I have done no research on this. I've just been kind of like trying things out and finding stuff that's worked really well for me, and then going all in on that stuff. Like for example, my the run and gun lady, Argenta, she has a lasgun sniper rifle and a bolter, and the lasgun rifle does more damage. But the bolter, I found a charm for it, which gives her 100% chance to hit if she's using the bolter in a single target fashion. So anytime the enemy's hard to hit, I just swap to the bolter and use that like low-level charm, and I'm just always hitting.
Begging and sobbing and howling.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
I hate that voice line, it's so long. The Xenos got to the runaways before we could. I doubt any of them are still alive. The body is lying face down, its crooked fingers clinging to the ground. This woman had her spine broken, and then she was allowed to crawl in the vain hope of escape. Oh god. The dead noblewoman is staring at the sky with unblinking eyes. Her fingers have been thoroughly broken, and a tangle of intestines lies atop her slashed abdomen. The corpse is missing its eyes, nose, and lips. Judging by the maimed mouth, the teeth and tongue were also torn out before death. Oh my god, what the hell happened here?
Sings in my veins.
Hey, free stuff. The face and hands are twisted in a paroxysm of death throes. The victim's last moments were full of torment. Oh, I found whiskey.
Patience?
Yeah, y'all got tortured to
My
death.
nerves
Hey,
afraid.
whiskey. Hold on, was there anything else over here? No, okay. Like, I mostly burnt with the sister, mostly burst the sister battle. Is currently nailing all 4 shots, so most things either die or barely lives. Nice. I'm very much a patient gamer. I like the stuff that just like, you know, gives permanent stat bonuses till the end of battle and just keep building them up until it's just ridiculous. Inspire.
Oh, how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
Jesus, shut up. Inspire is just like permanent damage boost over and over and over and over and over on somebody. That's really nice. She has Revel and Slaughter, which gives permanent boosts. Then there's a few really powerful buffs like Reveal the Light. Word of the Emperor is permanent resolve boost every single time you use it. Warp speed, yeah, just basically I'll just like kind of be patient and just buff, and then do the thing to give Cassie a million turns that she just one-shots everybody.
Just a minor setback.
What on earth is happening?
One step at a time amidst the mad.
Okay, hold on. We're all injured. I'm not using friggin' 10 med packs. I'm gonna go to the ship and then come right back just to get all these injuries off. Okay, there was a trap, yeah, and we didn't see it.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Hello. Baldur?
At last.
Oh.
You took your time coming to meet me, monkey.
Sorry, I stepped on a grenade. I had to go get a band-aid. The Xenos in ornate black armor turns his head to you. His thin, pale face is covered in tattoos and blood spatters. After a moment, his thin lips stretch into a crooked, unpleasant smile. A couple of seconds pass before you realize that the Elucidator is silent. The Xenos is addressing you in low Gothic.
Hold your foul tongue, abomination. Such filth will not use that tone with the Emperor's chosen.
Abelard is white with fury. Abelard was already white.
Why? I sent an invitation by way of the cattle that dwelt on this world. And the chosen has so obediently appeared. How are my words anything but the truth?
This looks less like a random event. Considering it's got voice acting, I think it's pretty important.
How disappointing. This clearly isn't Erimeris, the Cabal's Archon, whom we had the displeasure of meeting on Verbos 6. Once again, we are dealing with a pawn instead of the true root of the problem.
The little monkey remembered the Archon's name. Such a clever thing you are. You might just make a good pet after you've been properly trained and stripped of your misplaced arrogance.
Coercion. My, this beast can speak our language.
Speaking your language is slightly less trying for my patience than being forced to listen to a monkey machine butchering our tongue. Besides, I want you to understand well what I'm about to tell you. How is it that out of all of your kind, you're the only one to discover our feasts in advance? Usually you're all so slow and sluggish that my kin have always enough time to leave the battlefield before aid arrives. But still, time and time again, your dogs have been there to stand in the Cabal's way.
Travel says, do you ever regret your voice of choice for the main character? During those really long, idle voice lines, yes. But the rest of the time is fine.
That thing is perceptive.
You hear the undercurrent of worry in Heinrich's murmur. Coercion. Aggravating, is it not, having someone best you at your own game?
Do not try my patience, monkey.
I command substantial resources. Do you know who my father is? He served in the Hell's Angles and can be anywhere in the United States in 2 hours.
I suppose you are forthright in that regard. But
I graduated top of my
class.
class.
The fact of your weak, short-sighted, deficient nature. No, there is another reason why the monkey have so suddenly become so astute. I will tell you this, monkey. I know you might be lying to me, or you might even be unaware of who is guiding your hand. In any case, I have grown quite tired of your attempts to delay the inevitable. Surely you too have run yourself ragged, chasing us between the stars. Let us put an end to this. Finish this standoff. My forces against yours, once and for all.
Okay, I go first. Blam!
You wander among the stars, so you must know of this place. An ancient reach, where the echo of stellar agony rings still. A place that serves as a graveyard for old stars, still filled with residual emissions and glittering dust. The place that buried your wreck, stuffed full of delicious, frightened monkey, and the horrors that devoured them. The threshold of our domain. Your kind call it the Cinerus Maleficum. That is where our disputes will be settled. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest will be waiting for you, monkey. Do not come unarmed.
Why go anywhere? I will kill you right here.
Naive little beast.
I won't be soiling my blades with your guts today. My subjects, however, they will gladly amuse themselves.
Imagine your boss telling an enemy, oh, we will fight on the promised day in the promised land, but today you fight these guys, and then he just leaves. I'd be like, man, I quit. He clearly doesn't think we're going to survive this.
You. Do not plead for swift death.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor...
My revenge will be delectable!
I'll do it. As the Emperor... This is why I was chosen!
Master inflicts the pain.
These things have a really high chance to avoid getting hit.
Emperor, give me strength. If I may, I am a navigator, not a servitor.
What? Wait, what is this? Oh, it's like a snake dude. Yo, I loved you in XCOM.
Let's see to it. For the throne's glory.
Toxic burst. Oh my god, Pascal's almost dead.
But of course, Lord Captain.
He is straight up having a bad time.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
This is a lot of enemies. Pascal's down.
I don't know what to do.
Regen on Abelard. Damage boost on her.
I'll do it.
You will pay for this in blood. Your last stroke of luck.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done.
Oh boy.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Wait, why didn't he hit back? He had defensive stance up.
As the Emperor...
You call this a strike?
I'll do it. As the Emperor... That's why I was chosen.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Doubt is for...
I may?
Ah, almost dead.
Me?
It's
If
your
you
friend.
insist, Lord
Ah,
Captain.
parried. Dang it. Dude, that Toxic Burst. The first time they did Toxic Burst, it killed Pascal. The second time, it killed our tank. Did I give her haste yet? Dude, I can't see her list of buffs. I don't think I have.
For the throne's glory.
Damn it, I cannot see her list of buffs. I don't know if she already had that or not.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Dude, my main enemy is the camera right now.
A wicked thought. A genius at work.
Oh, the storm approaches!
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed.
Taste my blood.
Right click on a character. Hang on.
Faith with
You will pay for this in blood. Your last stroke.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm afraid not. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Unleash my fury.
What? That's weird. It's bugging out. All her abilities are
If
grayed
only
out,
that were
but
possible.
she still has 2 action points. So her turn's not over. It's just being weird.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Regen on Argenta. God, I hope this cover doesn't get destroyed.
I won't go down easy.
Someone said right click on them to see their buffs. That does not seem to be working. Like there's a little expand thing there, but it's not showing everything.
Let's see to it.
You call this a
A wicked thought. Schemes within schemes. A wicked thought.
Doubt is for the weak. Faith with
A genius at work.
I'll do it. As the Emperor. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's justice. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright, let's do the trick.
If I
Give
may.
Muck a turn, and then Muck cast Finest Hour on
Behold
pass.
my artistry!
You... Let's see.
I
Notch to
am a
move him.
navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the sky?
Foul
Me? You insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Wow. That thing is sturdy. Okay, well we killed one and severely weakened another. We have regeneration on everyone.
Isn't this a job for the sky? Duty demands. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
A work
if
for
I
a
may.
fleshcraft.
I would raise at least.
I refuse to.
Might be a bug, could bring up character profile and scroll down. I don't see a scroll bar. Oh, over here. Okay, yeah, that might work for what I need. Okay, that's as much as she could do right now. Alright, give the remaining turn
Isn't
to
this a job for the
Argenta.
serfs?
I'll do it. You, my emperor.
I will tear your
As the
heart
emperor
out for
commands,
this.
I act.
I saw an enemy reload. I don't know if I've ever lasted long enough for that to happen. Hi.
Naturally.
Would you mind bringing the salt? Let's see.
I won't object.
Defensive. Warp speed. They have warp. Okay, hold on a sec. He does not have the speed buff. She does. She does not. He does.
Let's see to it. I'll channel my pain into anger.
Ow. Alright. I'm gonna try something here. If I give Heinrichs an extra turn, will his regen tick? I'm not sure.
I won't
He
object
can
to
cast
it.
heal though.
A wicked thought. Let's see. What if...
You will not withstand my vengeance!
I'll do it.
Dang it.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
My revenge will be
I'll do it.
delectable!
Thoutis Fadokus.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'll do it. As the emperor...
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Down.
I die!
They killed their own person. They were shooting at Heinrich and they missed. And they killed the person that was in Heinrich's face.
But of course, Lord Captain. I won't object to it. I can.
Oh my
Make it.
god. Ow. Dude, we were like there and it was,
Schemes within schemes.
oh dang it. I thought she would have line of sight of one of them. Alright, try to make them...
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Didn't work. I tried to make them move. Did not work.
That is foolishness.
A wicked thought. Let's see.
I switched to the Baldur.
I'll do it. Faith without As the Emperor lives is why I was
Let
chosen.
me educate you on the art of pain.
Where's the good grenade?
I will not.
Oh, I guess I have to do that at the beginning of the turn.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
My killings are always slow.
I'm curious, how many Word of the Emperor stacks do we have right now? 17. We have 17 of this buff right now.
Naturally.
Can't reach him with that.
Let's see to it.
A wicked thought.
I am a navigator. As duty demands.
Silent fresh.
If I may.
A genius at work.
It doesn't help, I think all Dark Elder weapon bursts have Toxin. Well, regeneration is curing the Toxin constantly. That's not a problem, but these are tough opponents for sure.
You
Doubt is for the weak.
fury.
I'll do it.
A work for a flesh
Faith
craft.
without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Another color painted black.
What a pleasure.
High momentum.
I need a foothold. But of course, Lord Captain.
What is my muse?
We got 24. She has. Look at her buffs. She has so many buffs right now. We got 31 Mastery of Times. Oh, I didn't even realize how powerful this was. Whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains +5 to willpower until the end of combat. Look at her. She has 257 willpower. No wonder she hits so hard. I thought she was hitting hard just because the Inspire stacks, but it's two things. It's the Inspire stacks and also Mastery of Time. Her damage is based on willpower. She's got 257. Oh my god. So anytime I give someone an extra turn, she gets stacking damage, even if they can't use that turn.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Is that guy gonna come out
Be careful
here?
not to cross my gaze. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The Emperor is on our side.
What if?
I am a navigator.
Alright. Wow, we lost both our melee people on turn 1. Oh my god, these birds are loud. What the heck? But we managed to kill all of these guys after that. Looks like this warden died before he could even raise his weapon. Tech use.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
The governor's body was masterfully disemboweled. His many implants were removed, after which, judging by the amount of blood, the victim lived for a while longer. It sounds like we need to talk to Heinrich and find out how he's getting information about the enemy movements.
Indeed. They all we'll
A
see.
pile of mutilated bodies with cut tendons and shattered bones.
Stop. There.
Armor of the Undaunted. Deadly Precision Bolter. Is that better than our current bolter?
Join me in prayer.
Whoa, it's way better. %10 additional hit chance, and the base damage of the new one is like the max damage of the old one. Can I confirm? Hold on. It is a bolter, right? Features bolter weapon. Okay.
Lesson learned.
Alright, let's get off this noisy planet.
Sings in my veins.
Alright, so we saved Grantis, right? I think we're... Oh no, we have not explored all this. Alright, so we haven't explored this one yet. Smuggler stuff. Alright. The road trader's crew discovered a cache on a frozen world. The cache was filled with suspicious substances. Words. Alright. Where am I right now? I'm right here. To the Imperium. Oh. Destroyed ship. Found guns. Scan. Can't extract him though. Archeotype mechanism fragment. This is the third of these I think I found. Rumor completed unknown mechanism. Alright, we found something.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Haven't checked this in a bit, so let's see. Do I want to give up 15% dodge in order to mitigate? Oh, all the wearer's abilities cost 1 more AP. No. No, 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 no. Can I not sort these by light or medium? Hold on. There we go. Reduces incoming damage by 42%. 0 dodge. Did she use medium? Yeah, she used medium also. He used medium, but he has his own special stuff. Guess that's fine. Okay. Heavy. Only one person using heavy. Ironically, he dies so quickly. Light. Headhunter light carapace. Wow, I never really realized that. She's wearing armor that gives her 50% dodge? Wait, what is giving her such high dodge? Is that her awareness? Does awareness give dodge? No, agility gives dodge. Why is her dodge so high? Perception. You gain dodge from perception also. Her base dodge chance is 109%. Oh my god. And it's reduced by higher level enemies. That's insane. That's part of the reason she's such an absolute unit, I guess. Alright, yeah, not changing anything on her. Two skeletons lying in strange positions, as if one was either carrying or hugging the other and did not let go even in death. Their gear is badly damaged and decayed. Awareness. Carefully inspect the skeletons and gear. Success. There are 3 things worthy of note. Fragments of some sorts of devices that both skeletons carried on their belts. Some shiny trinkets in the remains of the carried skeleton's bag, and an old portable cogitator in the other's bag. Examine the broken device. The pieces of broken tech suggest this was a rudimentary radar jammer, an item commonly utilized by pirates in the Coronis Expanse. Examine the trinkets. Trinkets are clearly of Xenos origin. They are miscellaneous time-worn items that have no particular value. One can assume that they are petty trophies looted from several corpses. Tech use. Try to extract data from cogitator. Failed. The old tech has been exposed to the elements for a long time and is practically crumbling to dust in your hands. But at least now you know that the skeletons have been here for decades or centuries.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Quick saving.
Unexpected result.
Okay. You jump down a ledge, it looks like. Alright, 1 sec. My wife was kind enough to bring me some lunch. Getting a few bites in before it gets cold. Examine the transmitter. What?
Don't you dare to cross us!
These gigantic turrets were hiding in the snow? Okay. Alright. Alright, there's 3 there. And 1 there. And 1 there.
Schemes within schemes.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may.
That was their first turn. She didn't even successfully disarm that.
I will rise.
Monofilament grenade hits both of them.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Faith is for you, my emperor.
Camera flash, loud noises. No, it's more like all those shots go off and then it's just...
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
A wicked thought.
Regen.
A genius.
Give Cass a turn.
Isn't this a job
Muck
for the
a buff.
serfs?
Zap that.
What if...
Stacking buff on her.
Indeed, at your beck and call.
For the throne's glory. Let's see to it. No.
Really? Is there... Wait, is there a person in the turret? Machine Spirit Banishment did not hurt it. That's a surprise.
Request approved. The prognosis is favorable.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Tried to make that shoot one of the others. I don't even know if that can work on... Ow!
Become like fox. I'll do it. Doubt is
Your
why I was
sacrifice
chosen.
is inspiring.
I'll do it. Faith is with you, my emperor. I'll do it.
Not yet.
Oh
Not
my god.
yet. Schemes within schemes.
Oh, we need to find his tower. I don't know when this lit up.
If I may.
Alright, one down.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
It will be done. I will do my duty.
But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
I'm not accustomed to die with grace.
Alright,
at
two
least.
dead.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid not.
These things are so strong.
I am a navigator, not a servant.
I won't go down easy.
She dodged. What?
That is not the Emperor's will. Doubt is for
Oh,
the
she
weak.
needs to reload. I thought it was bugged.
I refuse. As the Emperor commands, I act. I will
No, it is
not.
bugged. It's not shooting. It's used up 2 of my attacks of the turn and she won't shoot.
A wicked thought. Let's see.
I'm not accustomed. Me.
You broke
If
it.
you insist,
There's
Lord
been 3
Captain.
times, counting this one in the entirety of the game, where the game locked up, and all of them was when I had Argenta trying to shoot.
At your beck and call.
I won't object to it. Naturally. For the throne's glory.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Isn't this a job for the stars? Do not dare ask. If I may?
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
Still no luck with Touch of Anger. Argenta just went down.
A wicked thought. What if?
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
This whole thing has basically become buy time until Cassia can kill everything.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance. Victory is imminent.
Oh wow, I just realized our momentum went down because of the failed disarm there.
I won't object to it. Let's see this.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I didn't even see that one. Has that been there the whole time?
Schemes within schemes. A genius at work.
Tried and tested tactics are the best one. It will be done.
That's all fine.
I am a navigator on a bow painted black.
Okay, another one down.
That is foolishness. Deliver us!
What if... a wicked thought?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. At your beck and call.
High momentum. I won't object to it.
Alright, heroic thing just became available.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
No matter the cost. In target well struck. Victory is imminent.
What a heroic action. Almost no damage dealt.
If I may, die with grace, at least.
Let's see.
Can she see that from there? Yeah, she can.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
For the throne's glory.
High momentum.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
One more hit.
I am a navigator.
Oh my goodness. Is that it?
That was a problem for you.
No, these ruby
The
flashes
Inquisition
are choking
taught me many
My
things.
trap disarming has not been going great. Why is your navigator on the planet? My navigator's the strongest person.
What a shame.
How dare you?
Throne take you. What a shame.
What light?
Just set off so many grenades.
Will be swift.
A machine gun grants me insight.
Examine the transmitter. The unsettling structure adorned in strange mass vaguely resembles the antenna of a powerful transmitter. At its base, you see a cogitator and a few other devices. It seems that some part of the structure is buried underground. Awareness. You identify a number of elements of the structure. The long-range antenna of a design standard for Imperial colonies. Excuse me. The cogitator, the Eldari beacon, and half a dozen other devices of varied origin. They all have one thing in common. This tech is designed to transmit basic signals to neighboring space, the most common being requests for assistance and ship distress codes. Bless you. Thank you. So, someone loaded this miserable place with transmitters from various races in the hopes that someone would land here and run into their welcoming committee. Clever. I saw similar tactics used in my years in the Navy. True, in a war zone, you are usually on high alert. You don't just hair off alone after a distress signal, but in an isolated place like this, you expect the most likely scenario, just a ship that had to make an emergency landing. It looks like plenty fell for it. Noticing the interest with which Pascal is surveying the construct, Heinrichs asks, are you studying the device? Isn't its very existence a violation of the protocols of assembly? The tech priest's tone is pensive and his vigor flashes. This statement is true. This construct has been assembled in contravention of canon law and must certainly be disassembled, but not quite yet. But who would set such an indiscriminate trap? One intended to lure in Eldarian humans and anyone else. Who is the enemy to everyone and everything? Tech use. Force access to the cogitator. Success. You managed to penetrate the cogitator's defenses. Its function is rather simple. The program is designed to activate the transmitter once every 5 years and send out a ship distress signal into space. Turn it off permanently. You destroy the program and disable the transmitter. No one will respond to the sinister signal ever again. Okay, so the whole thing was to lure people in to mess with the transmitter, and then the guns come online and wreck them.
I am the rogue thread.
The turret is seriously damaged. Nothing of value can be gained now.
Useless.
The skeleton is in decayed. Tech Priest robes is missing its right leg. Judging by what remains of the bones, the leg was hacked off. It seems the person was still alive when it happened, and they reached this spot by crawling rather than walking.
They will see.
So the guns didn't do that?
Oh, yes. They all will see.
What a shame.
I'm guessing these are all going to say the same thing, but I
Easily
want to
done.
check. Oh, no, that one's got some stuff.
There. Useless.
Ancient remains.
What a shame.
It's impossible to determine to whom these bones belong to. These bones belong to by looking.
There will be
Experience?
no peace in
Nothing
my
matters more.
wake.
Alright. Back to the void ship, and we need to level up. Okay. Ash World already explored. Rocky World already explored. Ice World already explored. Alright. To the Imperium. Too late, never mind. Can a mod PM me? I have a question. Yeah, Killbot, I don't know if there's any mods here right now. Might just be a little old me. Chart a course to the Imperium. This is gonna be a deadly course. I should do the level ups before going through that, because we might get jumped. Let's see. Stronghold? Whatever it is, I can't get it during this level, it seems. So many talents. Whenever the Psyker heals themselves or another character with a psychic power or an effect applied by psychic power, the healing can critically heal with a chance equal to 5 plus 2 times willpower bonus. So 7 times 7. That's pretty good. That's a decent crit chance. This critical heal... Why does it say 5 plus 2? Why doesn't it just say 7 there? This critical heal chance is increased by all the effects that increase critical heal chance. The amount healed is increased by the same value as crit damage. Yeah. I'll take that. That seems solid. Let's see. Persuasion or coercion? Let's get persuasion. Alright. Taunting defense. What's priority target? Target that enemies will attack first if able. The Vanguard gains bonus to parry against enemies that consider them a priority target. Parry only works in melee range, though. Each snack of unyielding beacon also increases armor and parry. That's really good. So he gets a stack of unyielding beacon every time he gets attacked. So that would make it, as long as he doesn't get popped on turn 1, that makes him tankier and tankier and tankier. I'm gonna get that. And then we get another thing. I saw a trait for power armor. I haven't seen a power armor. I've seen light, medium, and heavy armor. I'm guessing power armor is like what the Space Marines use. I haven't seen any of that in this game yet. That I could like loot. I'll just get movement points, that's fine. What are the recommended stuff? Oh, is there a checkbox somewhere to stop showing me stuff I already have? It's really annoying. Like, I spend time reading this, I'm like, oh, I already have it. Claim and maim. Oh, that's cool. Permanent 6% reduction in armor to an enemy you hit with piercing shot. That's pretty solid. Demolition, absolutely. She's been failing demolition checks lately, and she's the highest demolition person that we have. Let's see. Allies targeted by the Navigator's power gain 10% armor. This armor is reduced by the amount of veil degradation and increases the infusing of the currently equipped Navigator staff. Is that till the end of combat? Allies targeted by Navigator abilities gain +5 to resistance against warp effects till end of combat. Enemies damaged by the Navigator suffer 2 times Navigator's perception bonus additional damage. Stacks for each hit. Perception bonus. 7. So 14 extra damage. Yeah, that sounds solid. Awareness, absolutely. Okay. Machine guy. There's one mechadendrite I don't have. Increase perception. Pascal gains a bonus to dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons. If an enemy dodges or parries his attack, this bonus is doubled for the next melee attack against this enemy. Every time Pascal uses plasma or melta weapons, his damage with these weapons increases. Stacks. If Pascal does not shoot for 1 round, he loses all stacks. Oh, that sounds fun. I'm gonna try that. That sounds fun because he has a plasma gun right now. I get the same thing here. And then we get... Will not die is decent, it's just more hit points. Alright, I'll do that. Alright, quick save. And to the Imperium, let's see what happens. Lord Captain, Rovor on the line. The astropaths are going crazy in their little chamber. They're reporting severe warp disturbances along our intended route. It looks like the maw is completely impassable. I've seen this before, yes, and if you ask me, going in there is not a good idea for us or any other void ship. Alright, we just saved the game. So you're saying that not only will I break through the maw to the Imperium, but I will cover myself in glory as the conqueror of the raging warp? Forward! I'll see to it, Lord Captain. The Emperor protects. By the grace of the Emperor, I have been charged with chronicling the voyage that my blessed commander, Lord Captain Muck Von Luck, intends to undertake through that turbid tract of the warp known as the Maw. The thought of what lies ahead fills our souls with terror, but we all have faith in the light of the Emperor. May his protection be with us now. Message from Astropathic Choir. Lord Captain, we once again draw your attention to the fact that the warp region of the Maw is more turbulent than usual. The Diviner's Vigil portends death for us, and much worse besides. This is not our first decade perceiving the void, and we have seen terrible storms, but none like this. We beseech you, please have mercy on us. If that not be your will, we stand ready to serve till the end. Charted course for expedition. Lord Captain, we've locked onto the blessed light of the Astronomicon and are ready to make our first warp jump to the Hermitage. Once in the Void Station's orbit, we will carry out maintenance liturgies and with luck exchange information with other trade void ships that are using that region as a rendezvous point. The second warp jump will be made to the witch-cursed world, a foul and lifeless planet, at which point we will assess the state of the vessel. A third warp jump is planned to Port Wander, where the Protector willing we will reach the vast expanse of the Imperium and where we will abide there in safety. That seems like a dumb idea. After offering up the requisite prayers, the crew received a Vox address from the Blessed Lord Captain, in which our commander... This guy's got a doot on his jaw. Gave the order to initiate the jump to Hermitage. We made it to the Hermitage, an outcome made possible solely by the Emperor's mercy. The ship has been chewed up by the ravenous Immaterium, and madness has taken root across our decks and stalks among us, staring us in the eyes. The vessel is in orbit around the station, thronged by thousands of silent satellites, the jettisoned bodies of the dead. Medicae test succeeded. I spent the entire jump in the murky depths of the Astropathic Choir Bay, where acolytes of the ship's surgeon walked back and forth in silence. After singing the healing liturgy from beginning to end, they marched among the psychers, who had been medicated into unconsciousness. Any psycher who awoke, often with howls of terror, was quickly pacified with a sharp jab from an electrified baton. Every moment now, I hear a voice full of vehement ire. It is the voice of the Angel of the Emperor. It is so ferocious, my very blood fears it, fleeing my body through my ears, my eyes, and my nose. The Angel bade me compile a picked chronicle of the horrors recorded by the servo skulls in the ship's bay. May whoever finds it know the torments we suffered before death. Damage taken, rock the boat, 42 damage. You know what this reminds me of? What was that? Hold on. 40k. I'm trying to remember. There was a Warhammer Astartes. Yo, I found this so quickly. There was a video someone made. It was a fan project called Astartes, and this literally was not made by the Warhammer people. And there was a scene on here. I want to see. Is it in this one? Right there. Right there. This was the one. So this was like supposed to be a psyker was seeing too much of the warp, and they dealt with it really quickly. Yeah. He saw too much, and that's what we're dealing with right now in our game. Though not quite with as much CGI. Incident report! I saw the picked recordings made on various decks with my own eyes. With horror and avid curiosity, I relished each bloody detail. Drinking in the stream of chaotic, incomprehensible scenes, nameless dread blossomed in my soul. I saw a bloody massacre in the Enginarium, people armed with tools bashing each other's heads in. I saw a deck full of violently convulsing bodies covered in a layer of mold and sprouting grotesque fungi. I witnessed a crowd of crew members walk toward an opening airlock with mindless, exultant smiles on their faces, and be caught a moment later on a wave of air and wrenched out into the cold embrace of nothingness. With my own eyes, I saw a gunner steadily hitting a large caliber shell with a wrench, and inside a cogitator, I could just make out the bloody remains of an engine sear, impossibly squeezed in among the tangled wires. So much horror, so little hope. Engine sear's report. My lord, it grieves me to report the demise of 27.61% of the blessed machine spirits entrusted to my care. Reactors 2 and 3 required expedited burials, and the deck's crew held a vigil in their memory. The servitors have logged at least 11 breaches into the hull exterior, and at least 3 in the hull interior. With my lord's gracious permission, I will endeavor to see what we can be saved. The Omnissiah knows all and comprehends all. Hermitage Station report. Scouting expedition report. I don't know how they haven't gone crazy yet sitting in the middle of this warp storm. There are around 1,000 people there, a few hundred outcasts and anchorites living permanently on the station, and the crew of a trading vessel that barely made it as far as the Hermitage and won't be departing ever again. It seems they spend whole days sitting under their crystal dome praying, eating ration packs, and watching as reality loses its mind. They say the Emperor will protect them against the coming tempest. Of course they do. He is the only thing they can trust in now. For them, there is nowhere else to turn. We offered them passage on our ship. Not one said yes. Mad, all of them. When the message came through the Voxnet, I struggled to hear it over the whispering of the angel in my ears. My honorable lord gave me order to return to Footfall. The Lord Captain's will, the only option was return. The Lord Captain's will was enacted and the warp jump has been completed. A further jump to Port Wander has been deemed impossible. The left side was engulfed in terrible fire, threatening to undermine the main caliber arsenal chambers. Tech use succeeded. Halting their vigil over the sacred machines, the engine seers left the majestic vaults of the Enginarium. With prayers in Languina Technis, the warriors of technology sanctified the decks of humble mortals. The angel no longer speaks to me, and in a strange emptiness has settled within my soul. Carrying this deficiency inside me is unbearable. Here ends my chronicle, and my duty has been fulfilled. I will append a report about the sorry state of the ship after I go to the engine seers to request voluntary servitorization the Emperor protects. Dude, the guy writing this book said go lobotomize me. Ship status report. Master Steward's report, crew losses 61%. All internal and external systems are damaged, but we have detected no critical failures. Emergency repairs underway. Thanks to the excellent training of the ship's emergency and technical services, additional assistance not required. And then it kicks you back here. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that was awful. I'm wondering if you make this path better, if you can go down it without all that stuff happening. But that was insane. Okay, we got to see that. Let's go back to the quick save right before we tried that suicide run and see if we do better. Sounds like a default report after a warp. A default report? Okay. Yeah, let's not have that. Exactly. A catastrophe in the Omnissiah's hallowed halls. One of the few magi assigned by the machine cult to serve on the Von Valancia's ship has lost his mind. Singing distorted binaric liturgies, the heretic has broken the sacred code rhythms and turned the ship's machines against the rest of the crew. The superstitious voidsmen are paralyzed with fear before the mad servant of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Only the Lord Captain can stand against the madman to battle. Oh, I have to fight. Okay. We have like 40,000 people on the ship and I have to do it?
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
I see purple stuff. I see a turret.
Oh, another annoyance.
Quick save. I'm worried about that turret up there.
A wicked thought.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may,
I forgot to put the buff on her first.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. You, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen.
Oh, there's another turret.
Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Oh, God!
At your beck and call. Indeed, it will be done.
Alright, regen on Pascal. And... start stacking damage on Cass.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
High momentum.
If I may.
Where's Heinrichs? Give him a buff.
I am a navigator.
You guys hit each other?
Not a servitor.
Two.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor... Doubt is... I'll do it.
I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Throwing some buffs around.
Naturally.
Trying to keep him shooting each round because of that bonus we got earlier. Oh my. Is there fire there, or is that just... I don't know if that's just appearance.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
Let's see. He's already got that buff.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain, duty demands. If only that were possible.
Schemes within the schemes.
Okay.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm afraid not.
Pascal another turn.
Running legend.
Yeah, he's definitely hitting harder with this chain thing, but it,
I'm not accustomed
it's like
to
after
being
5
ordered
turns of
around.
building up stacks, he's starting to hit for what Cassia hits for on turn 2.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands. Doubt is for the weak. That is not the Emperor's will. As the Emperor's strike is a prayer. This is unacceptable. This is why I was chosen.
Oh, he shot at Abelard and Muck, and they dodged it, but the dodge put them in the open hallway. Mixed feelings about that.
For the throne's glory. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it. I won't do that.
Request approved. Binary override.
Ooh, another scar to my collection.
Indeed, victory is imminent.
Step by step, I lead.
Regen on
wicked
himself.
thought. What if?
Give Cass another turn.
Me? Another foe.
Pop that
painted
one.
black.
I could do Finest Hour and Pass. I'm not sure. Yeah, she could kill a bunch of
Behold
stuff.
my artistry!
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me? As duty demands. If I may. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a natural foe painted black. Me?
Let's see.
Alright. I'm gonna have her do something crazy.
Emperor,
She's gonna run way on in there.
If I may.
Ah, almost. Oh, wait, she can still go twice a
Isn't
turn.
this a job for the serfs duty demands?
Is that the end of the fight? I guess not. It did some fancy camera work there. I thought it might be over.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Strike me again and see what
Do not
happens.
dare ask.
For you, my Emperor! Faith with a man can escape the Emperor's judgment.
She's so strong.
Naturally. I won't object to it.
As the tactical imperative dictates. My battle is
Oh, wow. That did 130. Is it because there's a machine? Maybe plasma weapons do more damage to machines? That was crazy.
At your beck and call.
What? I told you to... Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. I did not tell you to do that.
I will do someone else can do this.
Schemes within schemes.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Hi, hi, April.
If I may?
Indeed.
As the Emperor... Doubtest for each strike is a prayer. I'll do it. Faith without deed is worthless.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Dang.
My competencies are not that universal.
Oh, 72 on that.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
A genius at work.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Another cell painted black.
Is that everything? Yes. That is everything.
What lies beyond?
Corrupted tech breaks. This is all your fault.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
How do I leave? I don't see an exit.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
I'm a bit nervous, chat. I don't see a way out. Usually on the map, there's a marker for the exit. I don't see a map marker for an exit.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
There. Oh my gosh. I was actually a little scared there. I thought the game had bugged. I mean, it kind of did. It didn't show it on the map. Let me get my I think I have an extractium here getting plasteel, and I am drowning in plasteel. Let's get that back. And move it somewhere else. All right. Okay, so need to go up there. While traveling through the Immaterium, the crew on duty in loading base 7 heard that what sounded like the hissing of a giant snake. The terrified workers sent out a Vox message, then locked themselves in a shipping container and welded it shut. The response team sent to the bay found no signs of warp activity. Unfortunately, by the time they arrived, the workers had suffocated. The ship left the hostile Immaterium and returned to real space. That's so stupid. The clan servicing the cooling systems has reported an incident of sorcery. The shadows in the cabins and corridors are coming to life. The voidsmen that they say they see strange, writhing things lurk in nooks and crannies at the edge of their vision. If they look away, the things spread over the room, gnawing on everything in their path and attacking the weak and infirm. The strange creatures cannot be caught. It is almost as if they sense they're being watched and sink into the many cracks between the machines and bulkheads. This is the highest chance to work. Purify the decks with fire. Success! The controlled scorching of decks is a labor-intensive but very familiar process for the Voidsman serving under the ship's Infernus Master. The evacuated chambers were set on fire, burning away all filth and heresy from the darkest corners. The Shadow Skulkers vanished without a trace, and the denizens of the cooling systems breathed a sigh of relief. And you know what? They're grateful for that. Phlogiston, Prometheum. I've got those. Okay. All right. Scan. Nothing. Get at the time, chat. This will have to be my last system. Plasteel, got too much of that. I'm detecting traces of magmatic rock extraction, judging by the methods of sacred geometry used for cutting open formations. This is the work of my explorator brethren. It's like Baldur's Gate, but everyone's sad except the orcs. Provisions. Do you want to extract provisions? No, I'm okay. This cold, windy planet is covered by a raging sea of mustard gray grass so tall it reaches an average human's waist. The monotony of the endless steppe is occasionally broken by chains of murky green lakes, but the Augur's crew spots a far more interesting anomaly, a scar running several dozen kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in two. After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labor settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes your vessel for a winter-scale ship. One was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. The foreman grimly reports over the weak channel that the adamantine ore deposits on the world are nearly depleted and that the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With some difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand that the ship in orbit belongs to another rogue trader house, then awkwardly apologizes and falls silent. At some point, the connection cuts off completely, and you leave the foreman and his prospectors to wait for their real master. Alright, quick save. Ian. You sight a ship hovering over a void station. The vessel bears no identifying marks, but the landing craft swarming the station below makes the situation clear. Pirates have seized an Imperial outpost. The augurs detect that the pirate ship is warming up its engines and quickly reloading its cannons, preparing for battle. Attack. A planet covered by mustard? No. It said mustard-colored grass.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
Devin says, do you have a game of the year? I have greatly enjoyed many, many titles this year. I will say, though, I think Baldur's Gate 3 deserves that title. And you know, everyone's saying that, but I think they're right in this case. Like, it is amazing what they created. It's absolutely amazing what they created. We got 4 ships here.
Launch the devastating payload! Unleash our fury! Let the macro cannon sing their twisted song! Master, if you please.
Shield the right-hand side. Oh. Give +2 range to the next shot.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons.
Let's see. Remote control the torpedoes. I thought that would splash and hit both. I guess I have to use the detonate button for that. Empyrean Storm. I've seen better.
Engage the lads!
I was extremely disappointing, actually.
Let the macro cannons sing their twisted song. Sail upon the seas of void. The destination is known.
Shield the front.
Unleash our fury.
Wow. Alright, restart shields. They're going for the escort. This is involved in 3 redeem progress. What's up, Banana? Now, just about to wrap up. Oh, some of them are trying to run.
Initiate macro cannon barrage. Lads! Commence torpedo launch!
Ringsong says, I have some complaints about BG3. That said, it's still the most polished game of this sort on the market, even if the RPG bits might not be as good as some of the others. They're not far behind. Like, it was so good that it's getting people that weren't even into that genre into that genre. And I think that says a lot.
Engage the lads! Unleash our fury!
The other ship is way up there. Get it, escort ship. Nice! Now don't die to the torpedoes. Swing run.
Void Master, if you please.
Think we win?
Blessed are the faithful.
Nice. Oh, what is that? What is that? Ryza pattern plasma battery. 3 shots doing 21 damage each. Oh, it's an upgrade. Okay. Upgraded one of our guns. All right. With that, chat, we are going to save it here, and we will pick it up from here next time. All right. Chat, I'm still loving this game, and I love that some of you are loving the RPGs as well. At some point on the similar subject matter to this, I want to do another playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's just a matter of finding the time, as I think we're, according to HowLongToBeat.com, we're like maybe halfway through Rogue Trader. We got a lot left to enjoy. But with that, I am going to stop here for now. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back later this evening in about 5 hours for those of you interested in joining me then. Hit the follow button if you're on Twitch, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. It helps us out immensely. These are our wonderful patrons. They keep this channel alive, and there's a link to that if you want to check that out. And these are links to two of our YouTube channels. If you want to see the other work that we make, you can find the best of it over there. With that, I am going to play myself out. Let me see on the Twitch side of things. Let me see if I can find someone to raid. Oh, it looks like Josh Strife Hayes is live right now. I will raid him. I'll show some support to him. And those of you on, let's see, Act 3 is huge. How do you miss? Wait, what? Raid Josh? I will raid Josh. I will raid Josh. All right. So I will see y'all on the other side. I'm going to end the 2 streams, and the Twitch people will get passed over. And y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will be back with you later tonight.